Amazon Prime Big Deal Days is back again this year, which means that I am back again with a video of my top picks from the sale. I know that Prime Day and Big Deal Days are always really overwhelming to navigate. There are literally millions of items on sale, so instead of you having to spend hours and hours sifting through everything and making sure that you're taking advantage of all of the best deals, I did that for you. I basically spent an entire day sifting through an Excel spreadsheet of every single beauty item that was going to be part of the sale, and then from that, compiled a categorized list of my top hair care, skincare, makeup, and body care picks from the sale. So without further ado, here is that list so that you can be ready to go on October 8th and 9th, which is actually when the sale runs. So 2 days from now, and then lasts for 2 days. Okay. Let's start off with skincare and actually a quick update on 3 different Beauty of Joseon moisturizers I told you guys I had my eye on during the Prime Day sale in July. I obviously ended up purchasing all 3, so I thought it would be a good time to give you an update because all 3 of these are on sale again this time around. So let's start off with the Beauty of Joseon Red Bean Water Gel. I was really excited about this one because I tend to love moisturizers that have a gel-like quality, but this one is so gel-like, I wouldn't even say it's a gel-like quality, it's just a straight up gel. Like something that kind of reminds me of aloe vera. It's super lightweight, very hydrating, very refreshing. It actually is something that I really love applying because of the way it feels. Like there's nothing wrong in that sense. Even just rubbing this into my hand, I'm like, this feels good. But this is one of those products that, while yes, it feels really nice to apply, doesn't really feel necessary in my routine. I just don't really feel like I'm getting anything else from this that I can't already get from the rest of the products that I use in my morning skincare routine. And honestly, to me, it feels more like a makeup primer than a moisturizer. If you are someone that really loves a gel texture like that, you will probably love this. I would more so think of this as like a step between a serum and a moisturizer instead of being either of those things. Like it's obviously not a liquidy serum, but it doesn't feel quite like a moisturizer to me either. So maybe the best way to describe this is as a gel hydrator. Feels really great. It's just not going to be a staple in my routine because it doesn't feel necessary. Next is the Beauty of Joseon Dynasty Cream, which I picked up to test as a nighttime moisturizer. And this is obviously significantly thicker, creamier, and more occlusive than the water gel. But in saying that, this is actually a cream that I would describe as being lighter weight. It's almost more like a really thick lotion texture. It's super soft, super silky, definitely feels very moisturizing. It is absolutely a beautiful moisturizer and one that I really enjoy applying and wearing and waking up with on my skin the next morning. In the dead of winter, I do typically prefer moisturizers that are even thicker than that, like a true thicker kind of almost balmy cream texture. But I feel like the texture of this is the perfect in between for when I want something a little bit thicker than I'm used to using in the summertime, but I'm not quite ready for the really thick occlusive creams quite yet. Last from Beauty of Joseon is the Revive Eye Serum, which is definitely my favorite of the 3 products I purchased. So this is a retinol eye serum. It has 2% retinol liposome. And the texture of this is really nice. I would say it is like a lotiony texture, kind of like a serum lotion hybrid. It definitely has a smoothing quality to it and it just feels very conditioning and moisturizing. I am all about layering thick moisturizers in my nighttime routine, so this is not quite thick enough for me to just use by itself and leave it at that. I will typically apply this and then a thicker cream on top, all over my face usually, like a barrier cream, and then I will slug with my CeraVe Healing Ointment. Even though I did pick this up during the Prime Day sale in July, I didn't start using it right away, so it still is too soon for me to speak to things like improvement in fine lines or skin quality around my eyes. I will keep testing it out and let you know when I do have an update on those things. While we are on the topic of Korean skincare and thicker moisturizers, I wanted to share a couple that I really, really love from the brand Iliyoon. They're essentially the same thing, just like different versions of each other. One is a cream and one is a lotion. Actually, this is the cream, this is lotion. Both of these are even thicker and creamier than the Beauty of Joseon Dynasty Cream, so if that one looked like it was a little too lightweight for you, let me show you these. So this one is the Iliyoon Ceramide Ado Concentrate Lotion, and this one is the Iliyoon Ceramide Ado Concentrate Cream. Lotion right here, cream right here. Like I said, they're basically the same thing, just like in different textural formats, if you will, because they have the exact same ingredient highlights and they're really focused on barrier repair. And to achieve barrier repair, the 3 main ingredient categories that the brand highlights include ceramides, fatty acids, and cholesterol. The moisturizing quality that these have is just incredible. I feel like it's everything you could ever want in a moisturizer. It's creamy, it's moisturizing, it's conditioning, it's softening, it's smoothing. I I love using these when my skin is feeling a little irritated or dehydrated because I feel like I wake up in the morning with skin that's just been replenished. So both of these are great. You can't go wrong with either of them. It's just totally up to you on what kind of texture you prefer. Next is going to be a restock for me. I thought I would sprinkle in a few items that I don't currently have that I need to restock during the sale. So the first of those is the Garnier Micellar Water. This is one of my all-time favorite products for makeup removal if I want something that is just like quick, easy, and mess-free. I don't know what it is about me with makeup removal products, but I cannot stick to just one type. Like I have to have a micellar water, a cleansing oil, and a cleansing balm on hand. And then I just pick and choose every night depending on what I'm in the mood for. So I always have a micellar water stocked for whenever I'm in the mood for that. But like I said, sometimes I use a cleansing oil, and both of my favorite cleansing oils are actually on sale. I just talked about these in my last empties video. I have an affordable option and then a K-beauty option. So the affordable option is, of course, my beloved Neutrogena body oil. This is the fragrance-free light sesame formula. But if you are interested in a cleansing oil that's slightly more elevated than that and has even more nourishing ingredients like rice bran oil, macadamia seed oil, and jojoba seed oil, the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Moisture Deep Cleansing Oil is fabulous. And so cute. I just love this packaging so much. Okay, I'm really excited about this one. You will recognize this bottle from my last empties video as well. It is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Breakout Concentrated Derma Serum. This is something I use every single morning to prevent blackheads and texture, so I'm probably gonna stock up on honestly like 5 of them because I just keep going through them. I keep needing more. Why not get them while they're on sale? Moving on to sunscreen, my favorite affordable tinted sunscreen is on sale. It is the Neutrogena Pure Screen Mineral UV Tint with SPF 30. If you would like to see what this looks like once it's applied and fully set on my skin, I'm going to list a video below where I show that. It is my drugstore tinted sunscreen showdown. I also show another tinted sunscreen in that video that I know so many of you love and is also part of this sale. It is the Bliss Blockstar tinted sunscreen. That one is not a personal favorite of mine, but I know that so many of you are huge fans of it, so I'll still link it below, and if you would like to see how it compares to Neutrogena Pure Screen, I do that in that sunscreen showdown. Another product that I absolutely always have to have in my bathroom are the Hero Cosmetics Mighty Patches. Both the original and the invisible are on sale. I always have both. These I cannot live without. My skin can be really easily irritated by normal spot treatments, like the active ingredients used in many spot treatments to get rid of breakouts tends to be something that really causes severe irritation, like to the point of barrier damage that lasts a long time. So I've stopped using all spot treatments aside from these Hero Mighty Patches. These ones do not have any added ingredients. They're not the micro dart ones. Those ones really irritate my skin, so I just stick to these. They heal my breakouts so much more quickly. They are fabulous, which is why I am never without them. Laneige Lippies are on sale again, thank goodness, because I go through these so often. They are definitely some of my most repurchased beauty products of all time. Both the lip glowy balm and lip sleeping mask, specifically in vanilla. I will say that I actually do really enjoy the sweet candy fragrance that came out at the same time as vanilla. So if you're looking for something different, that is my second recommendation, but vanilla always wins for me. It smells so good. It feels just like melty heaven, like the most melty, luxurious lip product ever, which is why I go through it all the time and why I will be restocking. But in addition to that, if you would like something that is even more occlusive and truly the best at keeping your lips from feeling dry for as long as possible, out of everything I've ever tried in my entire life, Vaseline Lip Therapy. While it lacks in like the extra luxurious experience that you get with Laneige, it makes up for it in what it does for your lips. Let's move on to nail and body care. I have 2 nail care items, and the first is my favorite cuticle oil, which is the CND Solar Oil. So this has jojoba oil and vitamin E in it, and the reason why it's my favorite cuticle oil over others that I've tried with similar ingredients is because number 1, it's very lightweight and non-greasy, and number 2, it has a brush for an applicator. So that makes it way easier and less messy to apply than other cuticle oils I've tried that have droppers or other modes of application. The next nail care item is something that I don't currently have because I did it again. I don't think there's a single beauty related thing that I change my mind on more than my nails. Like I will go for months and months where I do nothing to them, get nothing done. I'm focused on healing the cuticle oils, the repair products. and then I get them done again, and then the cycle starts all over. But sometimes there's just like nothing better than a fresh set of nails. So unfortunately, I think this is just a roller coaster I might be on for life, or at least the foreseeable future, which is why at some point I will be repurchasing this. I don't need it right now. It is the OPI Repair Bond Building Nail Serum, which I have used several times now after getting nails removed, and every time I'm like, thank God this exists. Like, I wish it existed sooner because it really does help to speed up the healing process when your nails are so thin and fragile right after getting a set removed. So that's something I will absolutely be relying on again whenever I'm out of this phase, which will happen at some point, but who knows. Moving on to body, I have just 2 recommendations here. The first is my beloved Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream. I not only love this in the summer for preserving self-tan, but I also love this in the winter. It is so thick, so moisturizing, so just like exactly what you need in Minnesota winter. But like I've told you guys a million times before, it is fragrance free, so I like to mix it with fragranced body lotions, and I will be mixing it with this. It is already in my cart. I am so excited to buy it and try it. It's a Hemp's Holiday Scent in Toasted Vanilla Caramel. Come on. Moving on to makeup, my favorite lash primer is on sale. It is the Lancome Cils Booster XL Primer. I have gone through so many of these at this point because the difference it makes in my lashes really is huge. Like, it just makes them look so much longer and more beautiful. I can't go without. And if I do and forget to use it or try something else, I'm usually mad and I feel like it ruins my look. Next up are some RMS Beauty Luminizers. These are my all-time favorite cream highlights. They are so beautiful, so underrated. If you are looking for a cream highlight, or just any highlight, any form, powder, cream, whatever, that looks like literal glass on your skin, this is it. The glow is just so glassy and skin-like, and there's zero pigmenty stripe whatsoever. It really is the best. So this is a quad that's part of the sale. It's just the Luminizer quad. You get 4 different shades. Sorry for how disgustingly dirty this looks, but hey, you can obviously tell it's getting good use. If you would rather go the singles route, both of my favorite shades are on sale. First is the Living Luminizer, which is just like a very sheer diamondy color. It's the perfect frosty highlight for my fair guys and gals. If you prefer something that's more of a champagne and like a little less frosty, may I recommend the Magic Luminizer. So this one is Magic, this one is Living. Actually, while I'm at it, this is where I get a little bit confused because the blushes and bronzers from RMS are also part of the sale, but I'm not exactly sure if it's all of the shades or just a couple. The 2 blush shades that I know are for sure supposed to be part of the sale are Crystal Slipper and French Rosé. These are 2 of my faves. Look how flawless, beautiful, gorgeous. I've mentioned this a lot before, but in case you are new to my channel, don't let how highlightery these look in the pan scare you, because when you apply them with a regular blush brush, you just get like the perfect amount of glow without it being too much. And the same thing goes for their bronzers. These are a bit too much for me in the summer when it's like 90 degrees and over 80% humidity, but now that we're gonna start getting into colder weather, I will be rocking these again all the time because the glow, it's like vacation glow. So this one right here is Tan Lines, and this one is Beach Walk Betty. Same thing goes for the Peri Para Ink Mood Glowy Tints. I can't tell if it's every single shade that's on sale or just a handful. If you are able to find a shade in this formula that you love, then you have to try it if you haven't already. I showed this to you guys for the first time in my lip stain showdown, and I have been in love with it ever since. In that video, I tested out a ton of popular lip stains and tints, and this was one of my absolute favorites for sure. The glowy effect that these give the lips is so uniquely beautiful. I have never tried a product like this in the States. Like, we have matte and satin and glossy, but not glowy. They're just to die for, and they have a really nice, comfortable formula as well. So definitely worth looking into to see if you can find a shade that you love, because my God. I was really excited when I saw that some of the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brushes were on the list, because IT Cosmetics brushes are my all-time favorite. Not only is the quality of the brushes amazing, but they just apply makeup so beautifully because of the way that the bristles are packed and distributed. So the Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection number 7 is my all-time favorite for applying cream bronzer. It's actually a double-ended brush. So you have concealer on one side, what they call an all-over brush on the other. So you could even use this for applying foundation or really any sort of cream or liquid product that you want. It would apply powder beautifully too, but cream bronzer with this, oh, The way the bristles are packed and then the actual material of the bristles themselves makes for the most perfect application. I feel like pretty much any cream bronzer I can just slap on and get beautiful application if I am using this. The other two brushes I wanted to mention are Heavenly Luxe No. 4 and Heavenly Luxe No. 1. I technically don't have those exact brushes. It Cosmetics does something interesting where they like pair up with Ulta and have these Ulta exclusive brushes, but then have really similar, if not identical ones in the Heavenly Luxe range. So Heavenly Luxe No. 1, which is their bronzer brush, looks identical to this. It's a different colored handle, different colored bristles, but it is set up exactly the same. And this is such an amazing brush for powder bronzer. No. 4 is their blush brush. And again, I have one that has a different colored handle, but otherwise it looks suspiciously identical. This is seriously my favorite blush brush of all time. I've tested out a lot of different ones and I always come back to this. The angle, the bristles, the everything. I love it. Something I am always repurchasing and therefore always excited to get at a discount is the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. This is my all-time favorite beauty sponge. I think it's way better than the Beauty Blender. I don't like using anything else but this, so I will be rebuying this during the sale. This is the 4-pack. I gotta stock up. And last for makeup is not a makeup, oh my gosh, excuse me, is not a makeup item at all. It is something that I use for travel that just changed the game for me when it comes to packing everything that I pack when I travel. If you watch my travel essentials video, you know I don't travel light. There are very few products that I like to go without when I am doing my beauty routines, whether it's skincare or body care or hair care. I like what I like. I use what I use for a reason. So I want to bring it with me when I travel. And I just always found the toiletry, skincare, all of that part of packing so annoying. Like I just felt like everything was always all over the place and really disorganized until this. I don't know if this is going to do it justice. So this is something I found on Amazon. I'll be honest, it's not very cute. They do have it in other colors if you're not interested in black, which can help. But the reason why I love this is because of how it's set up. So it has all of these different little mesh pockets inside, like going all the way around. So I don't know if you can tell, like I can fit things on each wall of the pocket and then at the base of it, can you tell, like pocket, 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 base. And then it has that same thing on the other side. And then it has pockets on the side. So this one you can just put whatever in. This other side has some mesh organizers, has this if you want to do like razors, toothbrush, makeup brushes. I think it's actually meant for makeup brushes. Hi, cutie. Oh, honey, come here. Did you want to show everybody the bag? Do you want to show them? Are you helping mommy pack? But mommy's back. So I can now fit all of my toiletries, all of my skincare, and a lot of other things in this bag. And it is all organized. That's what I love about it so much. Like everything is clearly spaced, nice and neat and organized, so it's not such a mess to find. Like usually everything is just thrown into one bag and then you're sifting through trying to find everything. I can't do it. So this is my favorite thing ever for travel. I wish that I discovered this years ago. And look, it just like zips up so tighty and it's soft so it can kind of squish. That's an issue I've had with cosmetic travel bags. They don't compress, so then they just are so bulky. And like, yes, this in theory is still bulky, but it saves me space because then I don't have to use so many bags. Okay, now I can unpack this. I left everything in it from my trip to Nashville over the weekend. I just got back yesterday. I was there for my future sister-in-law's bachelorette. I'm tired. Yeah, I am. Anyway, so now that I got to show that to you with how everything is organized, I can unpack. All right, we have made it to the final category, which I'm sure is why most of you have clicked on this video. These are my top hair care picks, and because I love you guys and I love organization, I have further categorized the hair care category into more categories. Sure. So we'll start off with shampoo and conditioner first. Two of my favorite clarifying shampoos are part of the sale. The first is the K18 Peptide Prep Detox Shampoo, and the second is the L'Oreal Professional Metal Detox Shampoo. I did include both of these in a recent video where I talked about my favorite clarifying shampoos for different scalp types, so if you would like to hear in-depth details how these compare, that video will be listed below. But at a high level, I would say that this one's better for oily scalps and this one's better for dry scalps. But both of them are great options for clarifying. Another shampoo that I just repurchased a jumbo version of because that's how much I rely on this now, is the Head & Shoulders Classic Clean Daily Shampoo. While this is marketed as being a dandruff shampoo, that's definitely not the only scalp concern that this helps with, because the main ingredient is perothenione zinc, which is really helpful for scaly scalp conditions. Another option from the drugstore that is one of my all-time favorites for damage repair is the L'Oreal Everpure Bond Repair Shampoo and Conditioner. They did recently reformulate the shampoo, which I'm really excited about because it's so much better than the original. The original was quite thick and stiff and creamy, and while it delivered that bond repair ingredient, you weren't getting the best cleanse, which is definitely something that over time has just become increasingly important to me. So I love that they reformulated this based on people's feedback, just being like, this weighs my hair down, it makes my hair feel dry, it makes it frizzy, it just doesn't make it feel good. Like, all of those complaints were reasons why they reformulated it, and it's so much better now. Last for shampoo and conditioner, and really the only high price point shampoo and conditioner I ever reach for, is Oribe Gold Lust. They actually also have a mask included in the set that is on sale. So it's the Oribe Gold Lust Ritual Set, which comes with the mask, shampoo, and conditioner. You guys know I'm the first person to tell you that you do not need to spend this kind of money to get amazing results when it comes to your hair. However, I totally understand wanting something that feels luxe, feels like self-care, feels like pampering, and if that's the case, I do think Oribe Gold Lust is the perfect set to splurge on. I can't talk about this in a video and not smell it. It is the best smelling hair care of all time. Moving on to masks and treatments, we have one of my all-time favorite hair masks. It is the Amika The Cure Intense Bond Repair Mask. And if you have really thick, coarse hair, this is going to be for you because of that. If you're the opposite of that, your hair is thin, fine, maybe both of those things, and it's easily weighed down by a thick mask like that, an option for you is the L'Oreal Wonder Water. This is something that is actually a liquid conditioning treatment, so it's not going to weigh your hair down at all, but it does a great job at conditioning and adding shine and that glossy effect. Last in this category is a bond repair treatment. It is the Living Proof Triple Bond Complex Hair Strengthener. This has been a staple in my damage repair routine for a couple of years now, and it will continue to be because I've seen great results in using it. Moving on to leave-ins and styling products. First is something that I am finally going to buy. I have it in my cart. I am ready to click purchase when it goes on sale. It's the Unite 7-Second Detangler. I told you guys I was interested in this when I posted my first Amazon Prime Day Rex video, which was last July. I completely forgot to buy it during that sale and have been forgetting ever since. Like, I'll remember and be like, I need to buy that and try it, and then I forget again. So I'm finally buying it, and I'm excited to try it because I've heard great things. Next is the original OGX Argan Oil. So this is something that you could either use as a leave-in or a pre-shampoo oil treatment. You guys know I use their coconut oil for pre-shampoo, but I do sometimes get asked, what can I use if I can't use a coconut oil? And this is the one I would recommend. It's basically the exact same thing as the coconut oil in that it has silicones and then one standout oil, but instead of the coconut, it's the argan oil. Next is one of my all-time favorite dry shampoos. It is the Amika Perk Up Plus Extended Clean Dry Shampoo. I think this has officially replaced the Living Proof Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo as my all-time favorite. This is also on sale, so if you love this, now's a great time to grab it. It used to be my all-time favorite, but the more I use this, I'm like, I think I just love this more. I think one of the main reasons, to be honest, is the smell. I don't love the smell of this shampoo. Not shampoo, dry shampoo. It's like, I really don't know how to describe this. It's just not great, if I'm being honest. I think it's supposed to have like a citrus smell, and it kind of does, but it's just not great. The Amika dry shampoo smells so good. It has their signature Amika fragrance, and what I love most about this is the fact that it like disappears from my hair once I blow dry it. The residue's gone, my hair just looks smooth and shiny, but not greasy, like shiny clean. So while this is still great, I think this one's even greater. If you are looking for a product that not only adds volume, but also helps to absorb some oil in place of dry shampoo, this is really great. It's the Color Wow Raise the Root Thicken and Lift Spray. So this one is actually not a dry aerosol like this. It is a wet liquid mist. So you'll spray that on your roots, and then you do need to blow dry it to help it to dry up. But then after that, you have really great added volume and some oil absorption as well. If you are looking for added volume, but you want a dry aerosol spray, then I would recommend the Living Proof Full Dry Volume and Texture Spray. This not only adds great volume, but texture that makes your hair like tousled and kind of messy in a good way. So I think it's something that's fun to add on like day 2 or 3 curls when you want to add some intentional mess. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between tousled texture and like just hair that's messy. This is the tousled texture, and volume. Last for leave-ins and heat styling is my absolute favorite dry heat protectant. This is something that I always reach for if I am reheat styling my hair when it is dry, so like a couple days after washing, let's say. It is also from Living Proof. It's the perfect hair day heat styling spray, and out of every dry aerosol heat protectant I've tried, this by far makes my hair the softest and smoothest. And the heat protection is up to 450 degrees. So this is just the best. I love it. The final category for hair and this entire video are hair tools and accessories. If you've been holding out on the Dyson Airwrap or the Shark FlexStyle until they go on sale, great news, now's the time. Both of these are really awesome multi-purpose heat and drying tools. I think that they both have their pros and cons, and I highlight those in a video where I actually do like a side-by-side comparison test. So I will list that below if you're curious, want to know my thoughts on each, if one's better than the other. Again, there's pros and cons, but high level, I think both are great options, and it kind of just depends on what price point you're interested in spending. And last is the Shark Speed Style Dryer, which not only is a dryer, but also has some attachments as well. So depending on the model that you pick, they have one that has a diffuser for curly hair. They have a couple different brush attachments now and a smoothing attachment as well. Whenever I'm asked my recommendation for blow dryers, I always recommend Shark over Dyson. I just prefer the Shark blow dryers. I find that they work better for my hair. They dry my hair faster. I get a smoother, sleeker result. I'm just a Shark girly when it comes to a dryer. So if you are in the market, I think that this is such an awesome one. And I also love that you have the option to attach different things, because you don't get that with a lot of blow dryers. I mean, you have the multi-stylers, of course, but that is a different category at a much higher price point than a typical dryer. All right, those are all of my top picks for the Amazon Prime Big Deal Days. I hope you found this video helpful. Again, the deals are on October 8th and 9th, so not today, not tomorrow, starts the next day, but you can add to your cart now. Every single thing I talked about in this video will be listed and linked in order of mention in my description box below, again, to hopefully make the sale shopping as seamless as possible. Let me know in the comments what you will be buying during this sale, and if you found this helpful and would like to see more content like this from me, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, click on that notification bell, and send my channel to a friend. Thank you so much for your support in doing those things. Thank you for watching my videos. I love the freaking heck out of you guys. Make sure to stay tuned for my next one, because that will be up in a few days. But until then, I hope you have a great few days.